In the name of the one who is the peace and gives peace. Dear viewers, welcome to our program 50 Ways to Happiness. Mental gymnastic. Mental gymnastic from the past to future, from future to past, can cause a lot of anxiety, helplessness, and despair and hopelessness. Unfortunately, majority of us do mental gymnastic or monkey jumping from the past to future, from future to past. Now imagine that you're jumping from past to future, from future to past, and in between there's your life. So if you keep jumping, if you keep jumping, you will never ever live. So your life would be just to keep jumping. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens in our life, and we see people, they do that. They are worried about what happened in the past, or they are regretting about things that happened in the past, and also they are worried about future. So logically and rationally, from sound mind perspective, past is gone and future is unknown. For us to understand this point, it would give us a lot of comfort. So what we can do, we can only lesson from the past and move on. And do not be worried about future, because you don't know about future. Future is unknown. So you have ability to deal with problem, and if it arises. If you face a problem in future, if you encounter difficulties, calamities, or any other hardship in your life in future, you have that ability in you that you would be able to deal with it at the time. But now is your life. This is your life. So live your life now. So if you live at the moment, you become powerful. Once you become powerful, then you would bring happiness into your life. Happiness is not something that you have to look in future. Happiness is not something that someone would give it to you. Happiness is something that would generate from your heart, from your soul. And you cannot do that, you cannot generate happiness and joy if you live in the past, or if you live in future, or I call it jumpy monkey. Monkey jumping. If you do monkey jumping from the past to future, you would never get happiness, because in order to be happy, you have to let your muscles to relax. You have to live at the moment. You have to enjoy the time you have. So how we do that? So we can do this with two ways. Number one, we have to think logically about it. That past is gone. And we have to also know that future is unknown. It happens in our life, we plan so many things to do in future. It doesn't happen because we don't know what's going to happen. So many things come in our life and destroy our plan. It's always good to have plan. It's always good to have alternative plans, short-term plan, long-term plan. But it's very important for us to live at the moment. And from religious perspective, especially from Islamic perspective, we should not use if. If you use if I have done this, that would be the result. There are so many people, they are regretting and they are using this term, if I went to school, I would have done this. If I had this, if I accept that offer, I would have good life. So these kind of understanding about the past, or this approach when it comes to past failure, loss, or loss of opportunities, if we continuously use if, it would open up a door of regret. And from Islamic perspective, this is sitting, putting this kind of regret in your mind. We can use if in future, but not in the past. We say if you do this in future, you may get good, and we have to be positive. But what happens in the past, you can't change it. So the moment you use if, so basically you're punishing yourself, you're punishing your soul, and that gives you a lot of sadness, misery, and bring misery in your life, and take away your enjoyment. Number 3, we have to know that nothing happens in our life randomly. Everything happens, it's planned. It's in a bigger plan that our Creator have for each one of us. So anything happens, it's not random. It happens for a reason, and our Creator let that happen. We may not understand the wisdom most of the time, wisdom behind things that's happening around us in the world, in our life. But we must believe that our Creator's in charge. He was the Creator before our creation. He is Creator now, and He is going to be Creator after we leave this world. He was in charge in the past, He is in charge now, and He's going to be in charge of creation affairs in future as well. So the moment we understand this point, it would bring a lot of comfort and joy and lead us to have good moments and happy life. So these are the spiritual ways or spiritual tips that can lead towards happiness and good moments in our life. So I hope you will find this reminder beneficial, and if you do, please make sure you share this with your friends and followers. Thank you so much.